Hey everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm currently on Facebook Live. My name is Brianna Monti with Color 8 News. Tonight a terrible tragedy happened here in Lodge Grass in Montana. Now we heard, we got wind of a news tip that there was a shooting that occurred here in Lodge Grass between a man and a BIA officer. So right now I'm going to go ahead and bring some of the witnesses, the family members, even the mayor of Lodge Grass, to talk about these certain events. Now these are all events that are told by, again, the family members, the witnesses, and other people that might just jump in and join in. We do have the community here outside of the house where the man was shot. And everyone here has gotten together, the whole community has got together, what it seems, to, I guess, be supportive of one another. So who do I have first? Who do I have first? Okay, so this is the brother of the man who was shot. And what is your first and last name again?
Chase Williamson.
So I'm gonna keep this on you, you know, because this is the mic that attaches to my phone. Chase, and I'm sorry to have to put you through this again because I know we talked about this, but can you tell me what happened tonight? You were there, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me what happened.
Well, the first thing is that I was just starting, Anyways, he came and he asked if we had any weapons. I said no. I recall saying no, we have no weapons. And
so first and foremost, so were the cops called on him?
Huh?
Were the cops called on your brother?
Yes.
And so, do you know who called or anything like that?
Oh yeah, my mother.
Okay. So your brother, the one who was shot, was drunk and disorderly, correct? He was intoxicated. Yes. So okay, so then after, so the officer came. He came to the house, and what happened next?
He was inside. He locked the doors. He went in the kitchen, came back. I was standing outside, but you could just see clearly through the windows. And he opened the door. He came out, and then he just stood there. The blade that he had was just about this small. It's a small blade. Okay. And nothing. I was, telling my brother, put it down, just stop, just put it down. And, the police officer said a few things. But then, my brother took off his shirt and said, come on. And then that's when this police officer fired.
How many times did he fire?
Before he went down was 5, and he just looked over and went back, looked at, my brother and shot him again.
One more time while he was down.
Yeah.
So you saw all of this, correct?
Yes.
So at the time, what was going through your mind?
It's fear, mostly for my mom, because that's my mom. And another thing is that I was remembering all the stories about what my brother would tell me. He was like my dad. He told me this, he told me that, he taught me this, he taught me that. He told me never to back down, and that's what I want to do. I want justice in this town. I'm not going to back down from that. As seen earlier from a few of these people, I asked a police officer, a local police officer, and asked if he ever arrested my brother. He didn't tell me anything. He said, he didn't really say anything. And I was going to ask him again, tell the truth. And he said, shut up. Now I have every right to say, that's the First Amendment, a free speech. I'm a very patriotic boy living in the state of Montana that wants justice, and I am 16 years old. You can't just be a police officer, act bad, and start shooting people. That's not even right. Now me and my brother are very close. We're going through tough times, went through fun times, everything like that. And it was there for me ever since I was born.
So tell me what you think about a BIA officer shooting your brother. From what you told me, how do you feel about that?
Well, one thing is maybe you might have heard from my mom or pretty much my grandma saying that she's embarrassed, and I think that's actually true how I feel, because in the old times, just in like way long before white man came, us Crows, we looked at we were all proud, we were all in harmony. But today, finding out that the BIA, let's say Wounded Knee, Sitting Bull, the BIA killed him and his people, along with a few other, Union soldiers or whatever they are. Mm-hmm. And here, you see a BIA, a Crow, shooting another Crow, which was my brother. 6 times, no mercy.
So, you're looking for justice. Earlier, you said that this officer, it was not necessary for him to shoot that many times.
Yes.
Can you explain to our viewers what you were talking about?
All I was talking about is that he didn't just have to shoot him. He could have just wounded him in the knee, shot him, somewhere to put him down. And after those 5 shots, when he was on the ground, he shot him again. I don't know what shot he was hit by when he died, but I'm sure it got to be the last one, because that was the last shot. That was when he was on the ground.
Yeah. And that must have been really traumatizing for you. I'm really sorry that you had to experience that and you had to go through it. Is there anything that you want to let our viewers know, or is there anything that you want to say that maybe I haven't asked you about?
I'd like to say one thing is that me being a Lodge Grass citizen, hearing all these stories from him about how great it was and how beautiful this town was, going back now, is that there's a couple of people and maybe almost all the community of Lodge Grass is actually